Hello everyone, this is your guide Vishnu and you are watching Marketing Time with Vishnu. So if you're new to this channel, go make sure to like and subscribe and because we are going to learn a lot of about Facebook marketing and Facebook ads to grow any business in this internet era, right? So having said that, today I want to quickly jump into a topic that most marketers get annoyed about. This is one of the most important topic, but most marketers get worried about actually, because today we are going to discuss about Facebook ad policies. Why does Facebook keep rejecting your ads? Has Facebook rejected your ads anytime? Painful, right? Yes, I've been a victim there of myself. So you're not alone. If something happens, if it happens to anyone who spent a substantial amount of hours in their ad copy, text, creative, or target audience. Regardless, at the end of the day, Facebook has the decision-taking power to tell that if your ad is accepted, approved, or rejected. But first and foremost, I would love to give you some knowledge about Facebook ads policy so that we can make sure that we are not violating any of them, right? So Facebook ad policies and how they work. Basically, Facebook ad policy is a list of guidelines that Facebook tells us to follow, which is allowed and which is not allowed to advertise. This includes ad content itself, targeting, text, landing page, which we will be going through in a minute, right? So for instance, Facebook prohibits any advertising any sexually suggestive content such as nudes, including or those that are not explicitly sexually suggested, right? About Facebook ads review, usually your ads get reviewed within 24 hours. It can also take more than 24 hours in some cases. If Facebook doesn't approve your ad, you'll get a notification saying that your Facebook ads is not approved or rejected, and if it is approved, then you can obviously see that in your ads manager and to check the performance. If your ads get rejected, don't worry, you can anytime go there and edit it and reapply it or reappeal for the review again. So let's say you have a rejected ad got rejected, failing complying with Facebook ads policy. Don't worry, you go there, edit the copy or the image or check for the policy that you have violated, and you can reappear it, right? So why was Facebook ads policy rejected, or common reasons? These are the things which most probably we forget to keep in mind while writing a copy. So these things contains violation of Facebook standards. Certain type of content Facebook doesn't allow us to promote or advertise because according to Facebook, they base their standards on community feedbacks and experts to ensure the safety, authenticity, and privacy. Make sure that you don't advertise any of this following. Violence. You should never post threat and statements that lead to violent behavior. For example, content that promote hire a killer service or an image that shows gun pointed to someone's head. That's not going to work, guys. And you should never promote something that is harmful against animal, people, and property. So this includes promoting domestic violence, the messages as well. It comes under promoting domestic violences. So Facebook doesn't allow ads that promote animal fights. Basically, in exception, it hunting, fishing, food preparation, by pest control. These are the exceptions. So advocating for hacking, vandalism, and theft is also prohibited. So voting and sense of interference or fraud. Does your Facebook ad encourage vote buying or vote selling or illegal voting, then Facebook will give a false alarm to Facebook algorithm, and your ad will get projected, guys. So you should never also do hate speech or hateful speech, because Facebook has stated in their statement that we have invested a provocative detection to hate speech, that we can detect this harmful content before anyone sees it, or even people report it, or even anyone sees it. So hate speech is kind of content that promotes hatred and violence against others because of their gender, identity, race, and other attributes. 2. Your ad gets prohibited or because your ad contains prohibited content. For example, products that promote selling or smoking. Products that promote smoking. Facebook prohibits cigarette smoking, tobacco, pipes, hookahs, rolling papers, e-cigarettes, so on and so forth. So, however, tobacco-related interests are okay as long as they don't encourage buying tobacco. And anti-smoking campaigns are fine, right? So you should never do tobacco, and second point is you should never do steroids or other unsafe supplements. When it comes to advertising supplements of Facebook, there are certain supplements that Facebook deems to be unsafe. Example, chitosan, anabolic steroids, ephedra, and any human growth hormone steroids, etc. Right? So this will make you look bad, because probably there is a reason that your ad account will be blocked or even profile will be suspended for this. And using negative self-perception to encourage dieting or weight loss. Are you running an ad for healthcare, or how about weight loss? You probably might do, right? And Facebook considers these ads to be non-compliant if it is unrealistic. So, or cause ones to develop a negative self-image. You can think of images like ads like have a good meal plan and eating do a picture about having an organic food, that person eating an organic food. And you can also think about how about losing weight and showing a picture of a person looking at his own weight in the weight scale. There is a difference, right? There's a difference of perception. And the second one, it increases negative self-image, and this is violated. This is prohibited, guys. And using profane language, swear words, including symbols to hide them, is also prohibited. So if you think you're smart using those asterisks and dollar symbols saying for saying fucking, then Facebook is really smarter than you, and it stops and it blocks the ad immediately. Misleading claims. You should never do a misleading claim based ad. For example, whether you're selling weight loss, health, or any product, Facebook prohibits you making exaggerated or unrealistic claims. For example, claiming that your product miraculously burns belly fat in 3 days, which is never going to happen in any product, or that it cures an incurable disease, right? So for this, all will be considered as a misleading claim, and Facebook blocks it. Number 3, your landing page issues. When speaking about landing page, you might be thinking, Vishnu, we are talking about Facebook ads and everything is done in my website, in my landing page. So why are my ads getting blocked? So you might think Facebook doesn't check the page where people land on their after clicking the ad, but yes, Facebook also reviews the landing page. Here are the common landing page problems that leads to ads getting rejected. Non-functional landing page. Facebook defines a non-functional landing page. Under construction or 404 error page. people think they are smart, and they then add to 404 or under construction website a landing page that are in the PDF or JPG format, and showing a different offer other than what's in the ad. That if that is the case, then your ads are getting rejected. Sending people to www.facebook.com or any secret Facebook group, that is going to be rejected. And landing page that downloads files to your computer or requires you to download software to access the content, which is definitely a crime, basically, because you're doing it without the person's concern, and this is going to be rejected as well. And disruptive elements. The purpose of your landing page is to convert your audience into leads. For that to happen, it needs to provide them with quality assistance or experience. That would be possible if a landing page contains excessive embedded or pop-up ads. And this, guys, disruptive elements, like which is blocking the experience of your clients, then this is going to be hard as well, because this probably lets your ad get blocked. And the third one is restricted content in your ad. Under Facebook ad policy, certain kinds of contents are restricted or allowed only if they meet certain conditions. These includes asking for written permission and complying with local laws or industry codes, or let's say providing sufficient disclosure. Restricted contents includes alcohol. Advertising alcohol in Facebook is allowed as long as you meet the local laws. Furthermore, ads should be targeted to audience that's more than 18 years or older, like 18 years or older, except for these countries. In India, there are certain areas, there are certain countries, there are certain cities that you can promote alcohol. For example, in Bihar, Gujarat, Lakshadweep, Manipur and Nagaland, your ad is going to be illegal. But in Delhi and Punjab, you need to target ads to 25 years old and above. Japan, Iceland, Thailand and Paraguay targets people more than 20 years of age. Cameroon, Micronesia and Palau, Solomon Islands, Sri Lanka and USA target your ads to 20 years old and above. In Canada, Korea and Nicaragua, you can target people from 19 years and above. In Sweden, it is 25 years or old. Right? So after alcohol, there is obviously the prescription and prescription based other counter medical medications. Facebook pharmaceutical advertising is allowed as long as you have prior permission for prescription drugs. If you're promoting the over the counter like OTC drugs, make sure that your ads comply with local laws. If not, it's going to be rejected. Subscription service. Do you sell a product or service that receives recurring subscription revenue? Example including musical stream service, monthly food subscription boxes, marketing tools, etc. Facebook has a requirement list for subscription services. This includes adding link to your privacy policy and a checkbox for terms and conditions. So if you're doing that in a right way, if you're adding your privacy policy, link to your privacy policy and the checkbox of terms and conditions, then any subscription service can be promoted using Facebook. And you should never do a dating. You can do a dating service app, like you can only advertise dating service online if you prior authorize it and meet Facebook's targeting requirements and guidelines. So generally, ads that contain sexual theme won't be allowed. For example, an ad that uses selfie image of a woman and an image that has been blurred, it's not going to be happening in Facebook's area. So money gambling, next one. Only Facebook's real money gambling for online real money gambling or lotteries. Yes, there are with written permissions you can run ads. Otherwise, ads must target only people who are 18 years of old. Furthermore, they should not portray gambling as an income opportunity. So you should be really careful with that, guys. And you can never promote or advertise cryptocurrency or any digital currency. If you decide to advertise cryptocurrency trading products, you need to have a prior written statement or written permission first, because you cannot do political and social issues as well. Number 4, excessive text in your ad image. This we have been there a lot of times. So there are certain image ads that rules that should be followed. One of these is text in your image. A rule of thumb: image with less than 20% text performs well. So you should always focus on what you can do, or like you should focus on the main elements of your brand or your ad or your product in your ad, rather than writing a long copy inside the picture, right? So not all images that will show are rejected though, but the quality of ad and ad quality, it gets rejected. If that gets rejected, the ad performance is going to be affected. So number 5, asking certain questions in leads ads without prior permission. Like there are ads that enable you to collect personal information, like lead generation ads, but leads ad for Facebook policy doesn't allow you to collect just information you like. There are certain types of information that need prior written permission, such as account number, criminal history, bank accounts, username and password, religion, sexual orientation, the same or similar information that template questions could ask, right? So you should never use all these things. So guys, as a way of summarizing, we should be careful about violating the Facebook policy by violating community standards, and we should be careful about ad containing prohibited content itself, like the creative. We should be focusing on landing page issues. We should also be careful about the excessive text in the ad. And 5, we should be careful about asking irrelevant questions in the ad. So if you're doing all this fine, if you're considering all this thing, then by now Facebook ads policy before creating your ads can save a lot of headaches down the road. Of course, policies are just a piece of puzzle in running a successful ad, and that's where you come in, right? As a Facebook marketing guide or a Facebook ads expert or marketing manager. So we have smart tools that enable you to target, engage, and best tools like do the best thing with Facebook ads. And I hope this video I know this is kind of big video, but this is going to help you in overcoming your ads getting rejected, and you will never be getting a suspended notification. Guys, if you like this video and if you feel this is impressive and this is what you were looking for, then drop a like or a comment and let us know what you think, and see you in the next video. Bye.